Okay, what's up, family? Hope you're finding some sanity in this insane ass world. I'm coming here to talk about this whole situation in Chicago with the four black teens that have been charged with a hate crime um, for allegedly kidnapping a disabled white boy and torturing him and all this hoopla. Now, I'm not in no type of way trying to say that I condone that, because I do not condone violence, but I do condone defending oneself. But I have to say that to say this: it's mighty funny. Um, White people been torturing us since the beginning, and we can't get one damn hate crime charged on them. And this story has made national damn headlines. Oh, every damn news channel, on every damn newspaper, they airing it, and then our damn president got his black ass up there and said it was despicable. Yes, it is despicable, but I didn't hear him get his black ass up there and say it was despicable for those white boys to have raped with a hanger the young black disabled man. See, what's good for the goose is good for the damn gander. It's not fun when the rabbit got the gun, now is it? So we're gonna really look at these wordings and what these people are doing, because words matter and the bullshit that these damn cave beasts are saying. Um, like I said before, we can't get a hate crime to save our lives. So let's look in here and see. And like I said, I do not condone anybody torturing anybody. And then on top of it, for the young man to have been disabled, I do not condone that. But I find it mighty funny that these black teens got charged with a hate crime, went straight to jail, do not pass go, when they basically only scratched this motherfucker up. He has some scratches on him. They can kill us with impunity. We can be running. They can shoot us in the back, and we still can't get a hate crime, still can't get no convictions. So, they show us all the time exactly what it is in this country. So we're going to go here, and I don't know if I'm just oversensitive, but this is the article by, I think this is Mail Online, I think dailymail.com. I think I'm over, I don't know, because I'm like, why the hell are you talking about black teens charged with a hate crime, but yet you got Kentucky Fried chicken buckets right on this damn article. I don't know if it's just me, but if you ask me, it's some straight up bullshit. So let's get into it. So it says black teens are charged with a hate crime after live streaming torture of white disabled man who they held prisoner for days before he escaped, as cops revealed they have no remorse. Look at that shit. No remorse. No, it's capitalized. I have not seen any of these white devils have any remorse for anything that they have done to us. None. And if you want to talk about torturing and kidnapping, that's how the hell we got here. And I have not seen anybody get charged with no damn hate crime. White people are the masters of kidnapping and torturing. Nobody can do it better than them. And I've yet to see, and this is part of that gaslighting. They trying to change, they're gonna blow this all up over the internet and try to change the narrative, like we're the ones running around here just assaulting white people. This one incident does not give them impunity, because what they've been doing to us for hundreds of damn years. So let's get into this article and see exactly what these demons are talking about. They said that they took him there, they tortured him, cut his hair to his head bled, and all these different things. But yet he still has his life. And as we said before, when black people commit crimes, they are held accountable. They got these young people. They did not pass go. They rounded them up, and guess what? They didn't even get a bond. And then the black well, I think it was the black police chief or whatever his ass was, his coon ass will come out and say, this, I've never seen it like before. It's despicable. Nobody's denying that, but we can't never get none of you damn coons to say what's being done to us is despicable. I find it mighty funny that you only say that when something happens to a white person. I have so many black people commenting on it, on telling me this is despicable. People are sick, but yet those same black people have nothing to say when we are killed. This is beyond Stockholm syndrome. I don't even get it. You don't see white people jumping up and doing that shit. When they people do something, they are the worst people on the face of the damn earth. They know nothing but destruction, kidnapping, and torture. Anytime a black person fills out a form and it asks you for your race, damn it, be like the damn Jedi. Make a damn box and say stolen damn African, because that's what we are. So, okay, here's the faces of the teens, ratchet looking. And I'm not going to play the video. I'm sure everybody's seen it, but I just wanted to say, once again, for the fourth or fifth time, I do not condone this, but I just want to show you the difference in what they do and what they have always done. So it says, let me see, let's scroll down here and see what we want to read. He's giving details. Okay, here his black ass go. Now this was of course they always try some damn coon out here to put us down and tell us how despicable we are and this, that, and the other, and the third. But these coons will never have nothing to say when these white people do shit to us. I am so damn over it. I'm over it. And all this torture. This boy basically has some scratches on his ass. So, okay, and here goes our president. He got up there and said it was all despicable and this and that, but yet he said nothing about that black young man that was disabled, and those white boys sat up there and they raped him with a hanger. And then he says that what is this crazy? Let me look at this crazy shit he said. Let's see. He said that I don't think it's accurate to say race relations are getting worse. He told host Jay Levine, saying things were also difficult in Chicago in the mid-1980s when a block of white councilmen deliberately scuppered all proposals by a black mayor. In part because we see visuals of racial tensions, violence, and so forth because of smartphones and the internet, the president said. Now, that part, I agree with him. This has been going on forever. But, you know, they've been killing us forever and torturing us and doing all these things, but we just didn't have phones. Of course, it didn't exist. And now that we do have phones, all it's doing is proving that what they've been doing all along, but it still does not get nobody no jail time, no prison time. So he's claiming that, let me see what he said. The good news is that the next generation that's coming behind us has smarter, better, more thoughtful attitudes about race. Really? Really? When every time we turn around, I just had a picture on my Facebook showing a bunch of white people with a dumbass Negro bed witch with a noose around her neck like it was a joke. So where are these young people getting it from? You better stop it. Just stop it. I'm over it. I'm trying to be nice to the president, but I about had it with his bullshit. He always got something to say when it comes to us. And I feel like this, if you can speak against your black half, then damn it, speak against your white half. I'm over it, President Obama. Love you, but I don't love your bullshit. So like I said, so this is that story. Now we are going to definitely now mind you, they didn't get any of these young black people did not pass go. They did not collect $200. They went straight to jail. They got no bond. And black people themselves are yelling for them to get the electric chair and all of that. But yet you don't have nothing to say about us being killed in the streets. Oh, you just gonna pray and forgive with that. So that's that. So let's I'm going to show you the difference. Now, mind you, this is on every news outlet, every paper. Let's see here. Now we're going to go to, hold on. I'm going to definitely go to this other article. We're going to go to several different articles because I'm going to show you just what I'm talking about while this made all these headlines. Okay. Okay, here it is. Here's the story I want to go to. Okay, now this is the story I'm talking about. White teen avoids prison time for brutal coat hanger rape of disabled black student. Did you see what I said? White teen avoids prison time for brutal coat hanger rape of a disabled black student. No prison time. Look at this disgusting melanin-free beast. And mind you, he's grown, he's 18. And let's see what the story says. It says, after forcibly, scoot this over. Guys, this is my first time doing a live video on Google Hangout, so I don't exactly know what I'm doing, but we're gonna work it out. So it says, after forcibly raping a mentally disabled teammate with a coat hanger in 2015, 18-year-old John R.K. Howard has taken a plea deal to avoid jail time for his unspeakable actions. Mind you, they haven't said nothing about a hate crime, nothing. But yet they raped this young black man with the coat hanger. No hate crime. Howard, along with two other members of his high school football team in Detroit, Idaho, sexually assaulted their African-American teammate, Antoine McDaniel, in the locker room of their Idaho high school last October. Facing the possibility of life in prison should he have been convicted at trial, Howard pled guilty to forcible sexual penetration by use of a foreign object, the Twin Falls Times News reports. Okay, let's just stop there for a second. How did he go from he could possibly face life in prison to his plea equates to no jail time? Do you see the vast difference? Not plea deal and he got 20 years. Hell, 10. Hell, 2. And then he went to trial. He wouldn't have got convicted any damn way. But how do you see? Look at that range. His plea deal, instead of possibly facing life in prison, is no jail time. Wow. Wow. Let's see what else we got in here. So it says, while in court on Friday, Howard accepted the charge and will be sentenced to 2 to 3 years of probation and will be required to serve more than 300 hours of community service. And get this, probation, 300 hours of community service. Our young black males get more time than this for damn weed. Should he complete his sentence without violation of probation or committing any future crimes, he could have his conviction eradicated completely. Completely. So basically, be good, don't get in no trouble. Not only are you not gonna do no jail time, but we gonna wipe this out like you didn't even do this shit so you can go out and do it again. Wow. 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 And they were yelling all kind of racial slurs at this young man while they were doing this to him and all of this stuff and lured him in there. Let's see what else it says. So it says, after being lured in, a fellow athlete shoved a coat hanger into his anus while Howard proceeded to kick the hanger 5 or 6 times for deeper penetration. Now you telling me this not despicable? You telling me it don't take a damn animal to come up with this shit? But ain't no hate crime? Black people people, President Obama included, aren't saying that this is despicable? Who comes up with this shit? Nobody else has this mindset except for white people. No one is as barbaric as them. And you can't even compare what was done to the disabled white boy to this. He was basically had some scratches on him compared to this. Now, the Idaho Deputy Attorney General, Casey Hemmer, told the courts on Friday that while Howard needs to be held accountable for his actions against McDaniel, his office doesn't believe it's appropriate for Mr. Howard to suffer the consequences of a sex offender. Are you fucking kidding me? Really? Then this demon went on to say, Hemmer went on to claim that there was no racial motivation behind Howard's actions, stating, I will say that there are things that we found going around that school and that locker room involving a lot of the parties here that had racial undertones, he said, but it's not our belief that this was a racially motivated crime. Really? Really? It wasn't racially motivated. Really? See, he was already at a disadvantage because he was in this basically all-white town and he was adopted parents or foster parents, whatever they are, were white. This is why I do not believe in, we need to stay away from them. White people do not need to be adopting our children. We need to do better and take care of our own kids and adopt our own. He had no business in this all-white town any damn way. He was nothing but a target and being disabled on top of that. And it wasn't racially motivated. And this dude should not suffer the consequences of being a sex offender. But yet you can have your elementary kid or junior high kid kiss a girl in school and they'll be labeling them as sex offenders. But he don't deserve to be labeled as a sex offender when he shoved a hanger up this boy's behind. Woo. And they wonder why we hate them. And it's what gets me is that the only damn thing that white people ever invented was racism. And it's the one thing that they asses don't want to take credit for. They want to be culture vultures, steal every damn thing of ours, steal all our ideas, trying to steal all our culture. But the one thing you did create was racism, and you don't want to fucking claim that. I am fucking over it. And he said, I think it probably would have happened to anybody that was in the same kind of circumstances and mental state as a victim here. Now listen to that wording. He said, I think it probably would have happened to anybody that was in the same kind of circumstances and mental state as a victim here. Look at what this creature is saying. Basically, any young black male that was in his mental state and disabled would have been raped by any white boys. Any white boys all over the world would have done this to a mentally disabled black man. That's what Black Kid, that's exactly what he just said. So see, he's admitting that they're beasts, but yet not admitting it. Wow. So, okay. Wow. I'm fucking over it. Now we're gonna get to some more things. So we're gonna take this home. Yeah, we are. We're gonna get to some more stuff with good old Chicago here. Let's get with Chicago. Oh, well, no, Illinois, just Illinois, period. Let's get with remember the case in Joliet, if you're not familiar. Now, these were murders in Joliet. Murders. These, look at these white demons. Look at it. They look like they just stepped straight out the damn cave. Ugh, disgusting. And it says, Joliet murders. These suspects, let me tell you, they killed these young men and had sex on top of the dead bodies. Yeah, Yeah, yeah. See how sick and depraved they are? Okay, so let's go. Okay, so this was CBS, and it says Joshua Minor, one of the four suspects charged with killing two 22-year-old men in Joliet, Illinois on January 10th. What year was this? I think this was 2014. Let me try to see. No, this was actually 2013. Okay. Um, let's go here. Let's see. Allegedly admitted that he had sex with his girlfriend Alyssa Massaro on top of the corpses. What type? These people aren't human. They're not human. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. They lured these young black men there, killed them, and had sex on top of their dead bodies. Wow. But we're the barbarians, though, right? We're the barbarians. Okay. 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 Let's go. Says the 24-year-old minor reportedly told investigators that 18-year-old Massaro, I don't know if I'm saying it right, who gives a fuck anyway, once told him that she fantasized about having sex with a dead person. See, before she's been wanting to do this for the longest. This is their sick, depraved mentality. Wow. So, let's keep it going. Let's see what else. So according to the police reports, that's how Minor got the disturbing idea to engage in sex on top of the two men they had just allegedly killed. The Patch reports Massaro initially resisted the request. However, they then placed something, perhaps a sheet or a blanket, on top of the bodies and had sex. Massaro and Minor, along with Adam Landerman, 19. See, but President Obama says that the people at this new generation, they're not about that life. Yes, they are. These are 18, 19, and 24-year-old. They have the same mentality as their ancestors, as their people that came, their parents, their grandparents, and their great grandparents. It is the same mentality as it was back then. So is it. So it is now. So it says Massaro and Minor, along with Adam Landerman, 19, and Bethany McKee, 18, are accused of luring Terrence Rankins and Eric Glover to Massaro's home. I'm trying to figure out where the hell was the damn parents at? Then robbing and killing both victims. CBS Chicago reports the suspects also allegedly tried to dismember. Listen to this. They tried to dismember Rankins and Glover's bodies and then continue to party together, according to the station. They probably were going to try to cut their dicks off and keep them as trophies. You know, they used to do that all the time back in the old days. They always were castrating our men. As if hanging them wasn't enough, they would put their penises in jars and put them in their windows. I'm telling you, the white men have a sick obsession with black dick. They do. They have a sick obsession with that shit. It's not our fault your dicks are little. It's just not our fault. And so CBS Chicago reported shortly after the horrific incident that the suspects and the victims appear to be friends. So see, here you go, appear to be friends. See, so, I mean, it is what it is. Black people, you can't be sitting up thinking white people are your friends and that you can trust them, because they have proven time and time again that they cannot be trusted. So Joliet Police Chief Michael Trafton said the four suspects were not tested for drugs. See, look at that. Not tested for drugs or alcohol when they were arrested, according to the station. But yet, if we get Sandra Bland, what did she get pulled over for? Illegal turn signal or something like that? Oh, but they want to come back with her autopsy talking about she had drugs there. I can't wait for us with a traffic violation, or if they kill us, they can't wait. We're the victim, and they'll sit up and try to say we have weed in our system and all that. But these motherfuckers who did these heinous crimes, they were not tested for drugs or alcohol. See the difference? This is what I'm trying to get you to see. See the damn difference. Whew, I can't with these people. Suspect suspect Landerman is reportedly and listen to this, reportedly the son of a Joliet police sergeant. See, these are the people that are on the police force and what they are teaching their offspring. Wow. County records show Massaro has a restraining order against Minor, who has an extensive criminal record, including a pending child pornography charge, according to the station. See, this wasn't their first rodeo, nasty bastards. This is one of the most brutal, heinous, and upsetting things I've ever seen in my 27 years of law enforcement. Travis said at the time, not only the crime scene, but the disregard for common decency toward human beings. At least he said something. Shit. And he said that Massaro and Minor were playing video games. It said they were called. Police were notified about 2 dead bodies at the house and officers noticed movement inside the house, so they went in. He said Landerman, Massaro, and Minor were playing video games and were very much surprised. So they done killed these young men, had sex on top of them, and now they just sitting there playing damn video games with the dead bodies in the house. Where are the damn parents? They can't wait to say something. What was that shit Don Lemon said about the teens in Chicago, the black teens, and lack of parenting? Well, where the hell was these damn melanin-free ass motherfuckers' parents? Where were they at, Don Lemon? Wow. See if it says anything else. Okay, now that's Illinois as well. Let's move on to the next story. Because for every... Wow. Ooh, I'm just getting so pissed. Good old Chicago. Let's go with Chicago. Where the black cop stood up there and said how despicable them scratching that young man up was compared to what they do to us. It's not right, but there is no comparison to what these white people do to us. If you haven't heard of Chicago's Hyman Square, this is where it's like they kidnap our black men and take them here. Their lawyers can't find them. Their family doesn't know where they are, and they torture them. They torture them. And this is good old Chicago, where they say they haven't seen nothing like what the black teens did. And these were police doing this. So let's get in here. The Guardian Spencer Ackerman published a scathing account of Hyman Square in Chicago on Tuesday, detailing a black site in which Guantanamo-esque interrogation techniques are used to question suspected criminals. The story is especially timely given the mayoral elections occurring today. Now, this place is still open, but I don't know when this was 2015. But yeah, protesters recently have been blocking that and everything, and trying to stop people from getting in and out of there. And so let's get into what they do here at Hyman Square. Good old Chicago, since you ain't seen nothing like these 4 black teens scratching up this white boy. Let's dig into it. Let's see here. It says, but Hyman Square. Okay, and see that damn Rahm Emanuel. Yeah, right. Look how out of control Chicago is. And this damn Rahm Emanuel ain't did shit. And they always want to talk about Chicago gang violence and black on black crime and all of that. But yet, look what the police themselves are doing. Damn race soldiers. So it says, but Hyman Square sits within a larger story of corruption and violence, one that stretches back through Chicago's long, murky history of fighting crime. Tracy Siska, executive director of the Chicago Justice Project, and a criminologist and all that. Let's see what else she had to say. What she's basically saying, why was Hyman Square unknown for so long? That's what they asked her in this interview. And she said, I think it's because under the law, people have a right to get counsel when arrested or when held, but you're not provided free counsel like a public defender. You see what they're doing right there? Look at what they're doing. You have a right to get counsel, but you ain't provided with free counsel. So therefore, unless they're holding our men there, because they can't afford an attorney. Mostly who they take to Hyman Square are black and brown and poor kids who can't afford to hire private counsel while they're in custody. That's a little nuance in the law that few knew about. See how they find those loopholes? See that shit? They always changing the damn rules, or anytime they make a law and you think that it's going to make life easier for black people, trust me, they got a loophole to still do what the hell they want to do. Let's see here. And so she says, let's see. She said, so the interviewer is asking, were there rumors of Hyman Square? And so she says, there was knowledge in the police accountability community. We knew exactly where it was, but we couldn't get the press in Chicago to cover the story. Okay, let's stop right there. This lady said, the interviewer said, were there rumors about this place? The criminologist came back and said, she didn't say not only was there rumors, they had full knowledge. And they knew exactly where it was. But the Chicago press would not cover it. But you got nationwide press of these black teens torturing this disabled white boy in the same damn city. But the press wouldn't cover this shit. So for all you black people that only watch the news and listen to what white people tell you, you're a damn fool. So let's see what else it says here. Said, we think it started during former Chicago Police Department Superintendent Phil Klein's time around 2006 or 2007 until about 2011, when the city had roving special units that worked out of Hyman Square. And so the interviewer asked her, why wasn't the press covering it? And so she said, I think that many crime reporters in Chicago have political views that are right in line with the police. Damn right. Say that shit. Say that shit. Because they are all racist and evil to the core. They tend to agree about the tactics needed by the police. They tend to have, by one extent or the other, the same race. See, I hadn't even read this yet. The same racist views of the police. A lot of urban police, not all of them by any stretch, but a lot of them embody racism. Said, why did the Guardian cover it then? So she answers, I think the Guardian, especially Spencer Ackerman, comes at it from a civil rights perspective. When he sees government doing something wrong, he goes after it. He came in looking for the Zuli story and ended up following up with this one. This is beyond civil rights, damn it. This is human damn rights. And so then the interviewer asked her, is there a possibility of other Hyman Square type locations around the city? She said, there's always that possibility. It's hard to keep up with Chicago Police Department facilities. However, the Chicago Justice Project is part of a coalition of organizations that about 2 years ago got the general order changed so lawyers could be able to access their clients in any facility maintained by the Chicago Police Department. So what they would do is get our men and keep transporting them from different precincts so nobody would know where they are, and they would have to report it. And then they would tell you they're one place, and then they would be moved to another place. Do you see how they go out of their damn way to do this shit? And then so the interviewer said, what about Hyman Square-like locations around the country? No, let's see. No, she said, what is the area around Hyman Square like? So she said, the criminologist said, if you're able to find the location, there are CPD cars there, the evidence retrieval unit is there, it's a multi-use facility. People in the department know it exists, but outside people don't. So basically, your family members, our black men, are being taken here and nobody even knows where they are. This is fucking kidnapping, kidnapping in the first degree. And can't nobody kidnap nobody like a damn white person. Because we know they kidnapped our asses from Africa. They kidnapped millions. So we know can't nobody kidnap people like these motherfuckers. But a lot of it said maybe not beat officers, but many supervisors know it exists, since they have to work their way through their special units all the time. So while you think, oh, this cop is out of line, I'm going to get his supervisor. And what the hell you think the supervisor is going to do for your ass? Black people, we have got to police our own communities. We have got to get these race soldiers out of our neighborhood. You don't see them in nobody else's neighborhood like ours. You don't see them killing any other people like they do us. And you damn sure don't see them beating and killing women with no other women but black women, because they know no other race would stand for it. Let's see. And it gets better. It gets deeper, guys. Let's just stay with me. So it says, going back to the Guantanamo interrogation techniques associated with Hyman Square, and just to be clear, these warehouses aren't interrogating suspected terrorists, correct? Now, these ain't terrorists now. And so Siska said, no. 90% of the people from this site are involved in some form of street crime, gang activities, drugs, urban violent crime. That's what makes the site even worse. It takes Guantanamo-style tactics on urban street criminals and shreds the Bill of Rights. See, black people, you don't understand. And then when the police stop you, you want to start hollering about all your rights. Those rights and laws were not put there for us. When will you get this through your head? Those rights and laws do not apply to black people. So the next time one of these demons stop you, don't start hollering about your damn rights, because you have none, according to them. And so the interviewer said, to clarify, what do Guantanamo-style tactics entail? Wow. She said, isolation, deprivation of food, other outside contact. Is meant to be a lot of touchless torture, so they're not touching you with the inhuman rights feel is more powerful and scary because it doesn't leave marks but leaves huge internal wounds. Most of the time, people aren't physically abused. They're cut off from society, not allowed loud phone calls, not fed as much. These are just tactics that are more sophisticated in urban policing tactics. So basically, they're not feeding them. Their family doesn't know where they are. They're not giving them their phone calls. They can't get a damn attorney. They can't even reach their family members to raise money to get them a damn attorney. Let's keep it going. It says, so the interviewer said, what does it mean when Ackerman says records would disappear? Look at these demonic ass people. And so she said, we changed that rule. What used to happen at Hyman Square is that prior to a year ago, if you got arrested and you got brought down anywhere in any district, you would not pop up in the city computer as being arrested until they processed the police report. Listen closely, which could take anywhere from an hour to 15 hours. If they, quote unquote, arrested you, then they have to report it. But if they didn't arrest you, see what they're saying there? So basically, they're not reporting that you're arrested. Nefarious things could happen, and they could interrogate you without a lawyer, because, quote unquote, you're not under arrest. And they would move you around from district to district. So, for example, the family shows up, or the lawyer shows up, and they say you aren't here, but you are. They've denied you access. But if they say you're at District 17, then move you to 15, and then 12, they can question you without counsel. At Hyman Square, they don't process paperwork about your arrest. You're just gone. No one knows. So I don't want to hear about no damn kidnapping and torture, because white people are the head motherfuckers in charge of kidnapping and torturing people. Fuck them. At some point, point, they have to do the paperwork and prosecute you. After they get your confession, you wind up back in the paperwork. Now, you know damn well, after they done starved you, tortured you, not letting you get a hold of your family, do you know how many forced confessions they getting out of these people? Wow. So, according to her, what they're doing now is about a year ago, we changed the rule. After arriving at a CPD facility, officers have 20 minutes to 1 hour to put you into the system, and you appear on the system citywide. Any officer anywhere in the city can find where you are and all of that mess. And not to mention about the damn warehouses in Chicago that they not blasting all over the news and in the paper that they found with all these damn organs on ice. Then Chicago not talking about that. And then she said, we haven't heard of any changes as history has taught us. You damn right. Very rarely does media coverage affect bad policing practices. Wow. Now that's right in Chicago. But I bet a lot of people didn't know about that. Now, let's get even more Chicago, since y'all act like this was so heinous compared to the shit y'all do. Let me find this article. Hold on, bear with me, guys. Let's get this demon on here. We're gonna talk about good old Chicago. Ex-Chicago cop John Burge. He ran a torture ring. Not only did he not get in trouble for it, they didn't do nothing to him. Talking about the statute of limitations. They finally caught him in a lie on a stand, and he got 4 years and got out early for good behavior. And guess what? He ran a torture ring, and he still got to keep his pension. He get $4,000 a month for in his pension. They kept his pension. Look at this sick. Don't he look like he came right straight out the pit of hell? Look at his nasty looking ass. Just disgusting. He looked like he came out the pit of hell. Ugh. So let's read now. And this is good old fashioned Chicago. So let's see let me see. A former Chicago police commander who for decades ran a torture ring. Decades. That you listen to this shit. That used electrical shock, burning, and beatings on more than 100 black men. And it said he has been released from federal prison after spending less than 4 years behind bars. But yet, they want to act like what these black teens did was so horrific and they had never heard of no shit like this in Chicago. Okay. Let's read on about this demon with his nasty, disgusting self. He could be in a horror film and don't need no damn he don't need hair or makeup. He can just go as his damn self. And all the damn monsters gonna lose their job that day because he can take everybody damn role. Pale bitch. So it says John Burge was transferred to a Florida halfway house. Now this was in this is an old article, but still, I just wanted to bring up and showing you good old Illinois and especially Chicago. This was in 2014, but it's still important and it's applicable. So he was transferred to a halfway house, reigniting the nightmares of many of his victims. Burge and his crew of detectives terrorized the city's predominantly black South Side throughout the 1970s, 80s, and 90s. Now, do you hear anything about hate crime? Was he charged with a hate crime? In 2010, long after the statute of limitations had expired for his many vile acts, Burge was convicted of perjury. Now, you know damn well they knew what this man was doing. They said he did it for decades. They made sure they waited till the statute of limitations was over. It said he was doing this for decades, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and all the statute of limitations just gone when y'all decide to. I can't. Whoo. So it said Burge was convicted of perjury for lying about police torture that he oversaw. Not convicted for these racist hate crimes, but for lying about it. Basically, man, just tell us you did it and you cool. He was sentenced to 4.5 years in prison for that charge alone. Oh my God. Wow. And then one of his victims said, I need some help. I try to hold my emotions back because I don't want people to see me like that. My family has been through a lot. I know it has, brother. I know. I know. I can't even imagine. This says, one of Burge's victims stood at City Hall and recalled to reporters the emotional and physical pain he endured at the hands of Burge and his men. Anthony Holmes told the Chicago Tribune that he had been a former gang member arrested by Burge in 1973. He said he was taken to a police station where detectives hooked him up to an electrical box and had a bag pulled over his head. Holmes said that the officer shocked him over and over again until he confessed to a murder he hadn't committed. That's what I was telling you. You know what Harlem Square? I told you. You know how much shit they done had them admit to that they didn't do. Holmes, now nearly 70 years old, said he remembers Burge calling him the N-word and warning him not to bite through the bag over his head. But yet he wasn't charged with no hate crime. They didn't say his behavior was racist. Wow. Now, mind you, this demon got 4 years for lying. Not charged with hate crime, nothing. Now, but yet he tortured this man until he confessed to a murder he didn't commit, and he spent 30 years in prison for a killing that he was tortured into admitting. And this filthy animal, Rahm Emanuel, said officially apologized. Fuck you and your apology. On behalf of the city, calling Burge's reign of terror a dark chapter in the history of the city of Chicago. All of us, Emanuel said, are sorry for what happened. Oh, God. So now listen to this. Burge has cost the city and Cook County nearly $100 million in legal fees and settlements. The city last year alone approved $12.3 million settlement to a pair of Burge's victims, who are among the 120 known black victims of Burge's reign. So far, according to various reports, the city has paid $67 million in settlements to 18 victims and more than $20 million in lawyers to defend Burge. Former Mayor Richard Daley and the city. So, and then they said we're spent $20 million in lawyer fees. 100 million, really? I can't with these people. I can't. Now, while Emanuel has described Burge as a stain on the city's reputation, the 66-year-old ex-cop is still receiving $4,000 a month pension from the city. Look at that shit. The state attorney general recently challenged the city's pension board after it refused to take away Burge's pension, but the Illinois Supreme Court, this summer ruled that the Attorney General's office didn't have the legal authority to strip Burge of his pension. That's the same as the GoFundMe when these cops kill us. They're going to make sure they take care of theirs. Black people, you are black first. These people, white people can hate one another, but they're going to defend one another and stick together. Oof. Wow, this is, let me see what else we can find in here. Let's see here. And just like they said, Burge has the opportunity to start his life anew with the funds he receives from his police pension. And think about that. Like I said, this is funded by the Chicago taxpayers. So they pay, the taxpayers pay this money. And you're going to continue to give him his $4,000 a month? He basically got paid to torture the black men. Wow. Wow. And I got to show you one more thing, other thing about this demon. Oh, if it's not on here, let me look it up. Let me look it up. Okay, let's see here. Hold on. Find it. I want to make sure I know I quote it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now I'll show you the mentality of these people. Now, mind you, I just read to you everything that this man did and didn't get no punishment for it. Now look, it says disgrace. Now this was in 2015. Disgrace Chicago cop. Disgraced. Look at the words they use. Breaks silence. He condemns 5.5 million reparations fund. Now he got to keep his pension. Taxpayers paid for his attorneys, but he gonna condemn his victims for getting only 5.5 million reparations fund. You see the mentality of these sick ass people? So it said former convicted Area 2 police commander John Burge says he finds it hard to believe that Chicago's political leadership could even contemplate giving reparations to human vermin like the guilty, vicious criminals he tried to take off the streets. Really? You calling somebody else human vermin? Guilty, vicious criminals? What the fuck do you think you are? They didn't do nothing like what the fuck you did. And it's somewhere else in an article. I am going to put the links in the description box where it tells about how they were shocking the black men's in their private areas, their genitals. Like I told you before, white men have a sick obsession with black penis. They have a sick obsession with black dick. Them white men is forever trying to do something to the black man's dick. These people are sick. They have a fetish and an obsession for black dick. Let's see here, what else if we can get into this. Here, hold on. Well, regardless, you get the gist of it. So, okay. Oh, God help me. You get the gist of what I'm saying. So, okay. These people are they are just terrible. So, you get the gist of what I'm saying. These people are downright evil. So while Chicago was running around putting all this on here about these four black teens torturing this disabled young white man, they did nothing to compare to him to what these white people have done to us and are still doing to us. So don't fall for the okie doke, black people, please. I can't with you either. I can't. You every time something happens, black people do something, you feel like it's your duty, your job to jump up and say, oh, that's despicable, but yet you have nothing to say when something happens to your own people. We have never done, nor could we ever do to them what they have done to us. As I said from here on out, you ask me to check a box on a form about what race I am, I'm going to put stolen damn African. You are the head, these people are the head kidnappers in charge, the head torturers in charge. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. So, black people, you have to realize white people are not your friend. They have to be vetted. and I mean vetted extensively, because I got a few white people in my family. And what's sick about it is that the ones I got is they hit the front lines about racism quicker than black people I know. But you can't just go around thinking that white people are your friend and trusting them. Have they not proven time and time and time again that they cannot be trusted? And black people, please stop it. Stop defending these white people and bashing your own people. We don't even have it in us to be barbaric like them. Because if we did, we wouldn't be suffering right now at their damn hands. You won't even get up off your ass and do shit when they kill one of us. So how the hell are you going to let them sit up there and call us barbarians? Well, we won't even fucking defend ourselves against these damn horrible ass creatures. You won't do shit. They killing women and children. You won't do shit. All you're going to do is go march and pray. March and pray. These people don't understand nothing but violence and money. And you'll still take your ass and give all your money and patronize their stores and not patronize your own people. So if you ain't willing to do what needs to be done on a physical level, you should at damn least be willing to withdraw your damn dollars from these evil ass beasts. So, I've gotten so damn frustrated and just my blood is damn boiling with these people. I can't with these beasts. They are beasts. No, everywhere these people have been and go, they leave nothing but a trail of destruction and murder and rape and pillage and mayhem. They cannot be peaceful with nothing and no one, not nature, not animals, not anything. Not anything. They do not know how to have peace. So, I'm going to go because I'm getting a headache thinking about this shit. But I just wanted to show you good old Chicago and Illinois, why they blasting this shit all over the news. What they did to that disabled white boy was wrong, but that was a cakewalk compared to what they are doing to us. So, like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video. I appreciate you for watching. It's your girl, Tina Sue. You know I'm all about that melanin life. What's your melanin IQ?